Well, day 14 of the period party. Hooray! And today we're going to talk about fertility. So tomorrow it's going to be 15 days into the period party, halfway through the month, halfway through the challenge. And there are a few of you, and I will say approximately between 20 to 25 women that have been engaging daily, that every single day that send me beautiful messages, that they have commented on the live videos, or sometimes they've commented on replay. And good on you also yesterday for following my advice to actually comment on the live and to let me know how you were going to change your exercise routine in order to support your hormones, in order to support your fertility, and in order to support your period to come back. At the moment, your period is like a scary cat. A scared cat, actually, I should say, and it has been mistreated for many years. And right now you just have to send this poor little cat lots of message of safety, and you just need to pet the cat, being patient with it, and keep giving it unconditional love every single day, multiple times a day. So if you look at hormones the same way that you will look like to a kitten or to a puppy, it's not that frustrating any longer. It's not as scary, isn't it? So just let me know if you resonate with this analogy. And for all of you watching this live or watching this on replay, I actually would love to let me know if you have watched all the videos or if you are catching up with them and what you're getting out of them. But simply let me know in the comment section, yes, I've been following you every day, or I'm still catching up. I really want to know, because it's going to help me also to understand in the future how to pace my videos. So for example, if I ever have to run something like this in the future, because it has been so much fun and it gave me the opportunity to speak with so many of you, I want to make sure that I do it at a pace that suits you. I know that some of you loves to eat up all the informations and love to get daily reminders of why it's really important to do this work, but I want to make sure that almost everyone is on the same wavelength. So please just let me know in the comment section, yes, I'm listening to the videos every day, or no, I'm just catching up and actually struggling to keep up with the daily videos. And that's one of the reasons, because I'm trying to maintain them between 10 to 20 minutes, because normally that's how much you would need to commute or to go and grab a cup of coffee on things like that. So just let me know, give me some feedback. So I will know. Also, before I move on and we speak about fertility, hormones, and exercise, two quick little things. The first one, if you're not receiving my emails, I do apologize. Get in contact with me, send me a DM, send me your email address via DMs, and then I will try to sort that out. If you're part of the Recover from HA support group, there is a section on the group which is called Guides, and I've created a folder which is called Period Party. So you can always go back and rewatch all the videos from the get-go. And maybe you can do so for the month of April if you need that continuous motivation. If instead you're not receiving my emails and you're not part of the Facebook group and you're watching this on YouTube, please let me know, and I'm gonna send you all the episodes, all the lives that you have missed out upon. And I know that some of you are really keen to listen to these messages every day, because every single time they get different things that they actually need to keep on moving forward. So good on you actually for asking me for the replay, for asking me why you're not receiving the emails. It doesn't bother me, and feel free to reach out, because if you don't tell me, I don't know. And maybe I'm here sitting and thinking, oh wow, they're receiving so much, and maybe I'm just sending them way too many emails. You may be on the other side thinking, when is she gonna send me the email? So let me know, please. And last but not least, I promised you yesterday that I was gonna try to come up with a way to support all the women that would like to get some guidance, support, and community, but they've missed out on the period comeback protocol because we are currently at full capacity. By next Monday, I will be able to release something, especially for you that have been joining the period party. So if you're keen to participate, just tune in next Monday, and I'm pretty sure that I will be able to release all the news by then. Without further ado, Let's talk about fertility and exercise, HA recovery, and all of that. And I had a client this morning that she told me, "Oh, Claudia, you're about to talk about fertility on the live, but you don't look that happy. You don't have the usual glowing energy today." And the reason, because I believe that I don't have this glowing energy, is because I'm wearing a black dress, which I very rarely do. So I do apologize if I don't look really sunny enough to speak about such a beautiful and joyous topic, but I'm pretty sure that the information that you're going to get are going to be quite impactful no matter what. So there are really, I'm looking at my note right now, but there are 4 things that I really would like to cover today and discuss with you. So the first one is that if you're thinking of getting your period back because you would like to have a baby, or if you're trying to support your hormones in terms of fertility, one thing that I really advise you to do, and mind you, when I talk about supporting fertility, it doesn't mean supporting fertility right now, meaning you want to have a baby the day after tomorrow. So it's better if you start doing the work right now. Fertility, it's basically making sure that your reproductive system is switched back on and that your body is in homeostasis, which means that is in balance. So even if you want to have kids 2 years or 3 years or 5 years down the track, making sure that you boost and support your fertility, it's really important for health in general, because when your reproductive system is shut down, it means that there are different parts of your body that aren't working optimally, and you may not know which one they are. So better if you if you start working on this as soon as possible, so you will get quicker results, and by the time that you will decide to actually try on your own or do IVF or whatever you're going to decide to do, then your body is going to be ready to give you a very quick pregnancy, a safe delivery, and a healthy baby. All right, because it's not only about making sure that you can get pregnant or that you can retrieve eggs if you're going through the IVF cycle. It's also very important to understand the quality of the eggs that you have, because, for example, lots of women with hypothalamic amenorrhea, they come to me and they have a very high ovarian reserve, which is normally found on the lab test under the name AMH, which is anti-Mullerian hormones. Unfortunately, it's quite an outdated tool, but we have not found anything better to actually test what your eggs are doing. So AMH, it just tells us how your ovarian reserve, so how many eggs do you have left in your ovaries. And mind you that you have your highest number of eggs when you're still in your mother's womb. And then as soon as you come out and once you start menstruating, you go through puberty and you move on with your life, you start losing eggs. So having a good ovarian reserve is definitely very important if you're thinking of having a baby or doing IVF. But it's also super important to understand your egg quality. There is an enzyme which is called B something. It completely slipped my mind at the moment, but they have been doing a few studies in terms of identifying an enzymes that can actually tell us the quality of the eggs. But at this point, the research has not got to that level of precision, let's say. So right now, you only know how many eggs you have left in your ovaries, but something that you can do is working on your egg quality. And mind you, if you're currently trying to have a baby and you have not been able to get pregnant for a while, and you're blaming yourself because you have a past history with eating disorders or disorder behaviors around food and training, or because you haven't had your period, always remember to test your partner, because they play getting pregnant, it's like a tango, and it's a 50-50 dance. So sperms, if you are with a male partner, are as important as your egg quality. Sperm quality is as important as your egg quality. And obviously, if your partner is a female, same thing. It's not only about the ovarian reserve, it's about also optimizing the egg quality. And how can you do that? Through the right foods, the right supplements, and the correct lifestyle changes. And I'm not gonna get in depth when I talk about it today, because ultimately it's very customized and it's something that I offer to the women that work with me after I get to know them and after I do understand the background, where they're coming from, and what do they actually need to switch back on the reproductive system, and how they can really support the ovarian reserve and the quality of their eggs and the quality of the uterine lining at the same time, because it's not only about those little follicles and those little eggs, it's about also the health of your whole reproductive system, right? And it's also about understanding if you have enough energy availability to sustain a pregnancy. Because trust me, it happened to me. I went in a pregnancy without enough energy availability. And unfortunately, I suffer from hyperemesis gravidarum, which is basically morning sickness taken to the extreme level. And I was hospitalized for many months. If you develop that kind of disease, which happens to almost 50% of pregnant women, which is an incredible number, you want to make sure that you have enough energy to give, not just a little bit more than needed. Okay, but having said that, I all wish you the most terrific pregnancy and the most terrific fertility journey if that's what you want to do. So going back to the basic, step number one is that if you're trying to get your period back and you're also trying to get pregnant at the same time, act as if you are pregnant already. So if you found out today that you are pregnant and that maybe you are 7 weeks pregnant, would you sign up for the marathon at the end of April? Possibly you wouldn't, right? Would you question your training routine, or would you do everything exactly the same without a doubt in your mind? Would you speak to a professional and double check your supplements, your diet, your exercise routine, your stress level, your environment as well? There is so much more that you can do to support a healthy pregnancy and fertility journey, like checking the amount of EMF that you have in the house, how to protect yourself from EMF, right? Or also how to protect yourself from toxins, making sure that your environment is almost toxic free. It's impossible to get to a place where your environment is toxins free, but you can definitely optimize it by buying different products or by making sure that you implement a few changes every single day in your life. So there is so much more to preconceptions than what we think there is. And that's why I invite you all, if you're looking at getting pregnant, to actually speak with a professional and ask their second opinion about all the things that you could be implementing. But for now, just ask yourself, in terms of exercise, for example, or in terms of food, if you found out that you were 7 weeks pregnant, would you do the same things that you currently do right now? Would you engage in the same activities level? Would you have the same level of food? Would you have the same level of caffeine and alcohol? And if your answer is yes, fantastic. It means that you're doing really well. But if your answer is maybe no, then there is a major space for improvement. And that will definitely be step number one. If you're trying to get your fertility back, boosting your hormones, have a safe pregnancy, step number one is acknowledging what you're doing, bringing awareness to your daily choices, and then ask yourself the question, am I behaving the same way that I would behave if I was pregnant already? And if not, how can I optimize my diet? And do I need to get some extra help or guidance in terms of how to really optimize my lifestyle and my diet and exercise at the same time? Step number two, it's really important to work on the parasympathetic nervous system. In 2023 and for the past 30 plus years, women specifically have been living in fight and flight more than they should, which means that our sympathetic nervous response is through the roof. And sometimes you all know about the tiger, you know, that the fight or flight response happens when back in the days as cave women and as cavemen, we were chased by that tiger. But unfortunately, back in the days, the tiger would chase that for, let's say, half an hour. And then after that half an hour, or less than that, after that half an hour, you were dead or you were alive. And then if you're alive, your parasympathetic nervous system will kick in and you will take like the full day of rest. I escaped a tiger, now I'm safe, I'm going to stay in the cave and I'm going to relax until my energy are back. Nowadays, we don't have that because the tiger is commuting, is the kids screaming and not getting any help because you don't have a community around you. It's being stuck in your behaviors without finding a way to get out of them. It's receiving too many inboxes, is having to keep up with an Instagram account. There are so many ways that we perceive stressors nowadays. And unfortunately, we have lost the ability of building up our resilience to stress. So it's not about decreasing stress, it's about building up the resilience to it. There is a major difference because stressors will keep happening. We cannot avoid them. It's practically impossible unless you decide to live like a monk. And even then, I'm pretty sure that you're going to have your own stressors to deal with. So how can you build up your resilience to stress? How can you increase that parasympathetic nervous system? And there are so many things that you can do every single day from the comfort of your own home. Stretching, yoga, legs up the walls, meditating, journaling, being part of a community of like-minded women that really understand what you're going through, speaking, for example, with a professional that can direct you in throughout the fertility journey, or what else? Taking a holiday, having a nap, having a long bath, having a cold shower sometimes, using some oils as aromatherapy, just minimize the exposure to light, especially when it comes to nighttime. Start to use candles again, minimize the time that you spend in front of the TV, completely avoid exposing yourself to social medias after 7 p.m. at night before you go to sleep. Start reading again, spend time in nature, get enough vitamin D, eat nutritious food, eat the right food at the right time throughout the day. So as you can see here, there are so many ways of building up your resilience to stress and increasing your parasympathetic response. Which one is the right avenue for you? I don't know, because I don't know you. But if you are here sitting face to face with me, we will come up with a strategy of how we will make it happen for you. Okay, and then one more thing that I really would like to address, if you're still working out, and this is simply to follow up from yesterday and yesterday live and also the video from the day before. If you're still moving, just mind you, it's really important that you prioritize snacking or having a meal before and after your training session. Let's say that you were pregnant once again, you will really need to optimize your nutrition around your training sessions, because you don't want to leave any gap of energy, of lack of energy. Basically, you want to make sure that you have sustained energy throughout the day and you don't go that very well-known sugar crash, let's say, because not only can be scary, but not only can be detrimental for your health, but it can really create a ripple effect of unwanted side effects, especially in pregnancy. I don't think that I did a good job at explaining myself right now, but more importantly than anything else, I really would like to make sure that you pack your bag as soon as you leave the house, before leaving the house, and you have plenty of snacks available for you to have throughout the day, so that you never find yourself in a position where you're stuck, you don't have the snack, and you're hungry, and you're feeling that your energy levels are about to drop, or that you start losing concentration, or that you get irritable, or that you feel sleepy. So having those continuous snacks throughout the day can really help, especially because that's exactly what you should be doing when you hit your first trimester. Normally during the first trimester, especially because women tend to get really tired and quite sick, it's very much recommended to have a small snacks throughout the day instead of having larger meal. So as I said in the very beginning, start to live as if you were pregnant already. And mind you, don't cut down on portion sizes because I've just said so. Just if you have decent breakfast, lunch, and dinner, absolutely keep it for now, but making sure that you don't skimp on the snacks, and you can have as many as you want. And especially if you haven't had a period for a long period of time, and if you would really like to boost your hormones, work on your fertility journey, make sure that you do so, that you have those snacks. Last but not least, because we're running over time right now, and I'm going to be speaking with a beautiful soul just after this call. And if you're listening in, I can't wait to actually speak with you. Testing. Don't leave it for too long. Don't leave it for too long. Test your bloods, test your blood chemistry. And I'm not talking only about cholesterol, full blood count. Please just make sure that you do the correct testing so that you can find sooner rather than later what is going on with you. I have women that have been powering through this for years, and then as soon as they started working with me, they also realized that it wasn't only about hypothalamic amenorrhea. There were other things going on, and as soon as we work on that, they started feeling better in like click of a finger. So if that's potentially your situation, make sure that you test yourself. And which tests are recommended, once again, it really depends on you. So if we were working together, I would definitely share that with you, but that's something that I cannot do right now because we are not in a one-on-one session. Now, it has been a pleasure being with you today. Tomorrow is day 15, so it's definitely halfway through. So excited. Let me know in the comment section if this video has resonated with you, if you have found it helpful. And also, let me know if you have been watching all the videos or if you're still catching up with the replays. Tomorrow, I'm going to be back. I believe that it's going to be at the same time. Just let me check my schedule. So tomorrow, I'm going to be back at 7:30 a.m. So the same time of today. And we're going to discuss the do and don't in the HIV recovery journey. So actually, I'm going to really focus on the things that you should not be doing if you're trying to get your period back as soon as possible. I don't like using the word should, would, could, but sometimes it's really easy when trying to make understand myself. I'm sorry, I just completely lost track of time and lost track of my words right now. So I will see you tomorrow with all the don't do's in the HIV recovery journey, 7:30 a.m. Sydney time, Australia. And bye for now. Thank you for watching.